All right, welcome viewers. The Central Bureau of Investigation has registered a fresh FIR against Mehul Choksi, the economic offender who's on the run in multiple other cases to the tune of thousands of crores of rupees that he swindled, scammed the country off. And Shawan Sen joining us with more details of the FIR. It seems that the complaint was made by Canara Bank of 55 crores rupees is scammed by Mehul Choksi and his firms. Shawan, please share the details. What sections, when did this happen, and what the CBI is going to do?
Well, in fact, this is a fresh case that has been registered against the fugitive economic offender Mehul Choksi. Just to break it down for our viewers right now, the sections under which he has been booked is 120B of the IPC. There's also Prevention of the Corruption Act 13 read by Section 13 and 420 of the IPC. These are the sections that have been invoked. We're being told that there was a complaint that the Banking and Fraud Department of the Central Bureau of Investigation, which had basically received a complaint. This complaint came in from the general manager of Canara Bank. In fact, they say that a company which goes by the name Bezel Jewellery India Private Limited, along with Mehul Choksi and Chetna Jhaveri, they are the ones who have defrauded a consortium of banks which was led by the Canara Bank. In fact, the amount that you're looking at right now stands at about 55 crore rupees. But having said that, remember, multiple tranches of loans that had come in, so this number could very well go up. Now, that's the preliminary assessment, and based on which after the preliminary inquiry that was basically done by the Central Bureau of Investigation, the FIR has now been registered. Just to quickly take our viewers through some of the details that we are picking up. One, they are saying that the first tranche of loan that was granted to them was sanctioned was about 30 crore rupees, and then it was 25 crore rupees. And this was basically shown as a working capital facility that was basically given to this very company. It turns out that no major transactions have actually taken place from the very accounts that were actually given to the consortium of banks. It turns out that they had defrauded the bank. They had diverted those entire fund to another account, and that to an account which is based out of India. Now, what's important to point out here is that Abhishek, just like what we've seen in the past, how his company Gitanjali Gems, it operated based out of Hong Kong and several other countries. Similarly, this is another affiliate of Mehul Choksi, which had played an important role in diverting those funds. Now, whether at all this is going to have any sort of an immediate impact on the legal battle that Mehul Choksi faces in Antigua, one will have to wait and watch, because right now the Indian central agencies haven't really got the opportunity to put across their case in Antigua. In fact, the Antiguan government has given the assurance that following the legal procedure is over, they are going to hand over Mehul Choksi to Indian central agencies. But that again appears to be a long-drawn process. But this undoubtedly is only going to help the Central Bureau of Investigation whenever the case comes up for hearing in Antigua, where they are in a position to basically try and establish a case against Mehul Choksi in front of the courts in Antigua.
Shawan, as I can see, the modus operandi seems to be similar. Take a loan against a bank guarantee and swindle off the money into different accounts. Don't show any transactions. Maybe grease the palms of some bank employees, lower down the hierarchy, and make good with the money. Is it the same like in earlier instances this time as well? And is the figure of 55 crores likely to swell? Shawan.
Well, just to answer the first part of your question, yes, there is absolutely no doubt that this is the same modus operandi. What perhaps it's difficult to fathom at this point in time is because after several years, we are looking at some more complaints really coming in. So whether at all there was a delay in the audit that was essentially done by the bank, because most of the times what has happened, even in the case of Punjab National Bank, remember, it was in the change of guards when it had taken place within the bank and auditing was essentially done. Then they basically realized that there was something amiss. It turns out that Canara Bank has also carried out a similar sort of an audit, and only after that there is a realization that funds haven't basically come back, or the loans that were basically given by this consortium of banks, they did not materialize. And thereafter a complaint has actually gone in, pretty much how it has been in the case of Punjab National Bank. Important to point out is the fact that yes, there are bank officials who are involved. In the case of Punjab National Bank also, if you remember, there were Punjab National Bank official general managers, they were basically, they were bribed by Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi so that those swift transactions can actually take place, and no one would have really realized. It appears that some of the people who have been named, and the reason why Prevention of Corruption Act has also been brought in, because it turns out that there are more officials who could actually be involved in it, and that is